The first sign is the rats. You find them in the grain store, dozens of them, lying still. Their bodies are swollen, black liquid seeping from their mouths. You shrug it off. Rats die all the time. You sweep them away and forget them. That was your first mistake. You are a peasant in a small English village. The year is 1348. You work the fields of Lord Ashworth's manor. You have a wife, 2 children, and a one-room cottage with a dirt floor. You own nothing. Not the land, not the tools, not even the clothes you wear. Everything belongs to the Lord. You are tied to this land. You cannot leave without permission. It is called serfdom. You are not technically a slave, but the difference is small. You work 6 days a week. On Sunday, you pray. That is your life. It always has been. Your father worked these same fields. Your grandfather before him. Your children were meant to do the same. That is the order of things. That is how it has always been. It is October. The harvest is done. You should feel relief. Winter will be harsh, but there is enough grain stored to survive. The Lord has taken his share, as he always does, but enough remains for your family. Still, people are whispering about a sickness. Travelers passing through last month spoke of it. They said it began in the east, beyond Constantinople, in Mongol lands. They claimed it arrived on ships filled with dead sailors. Whole cities emptied, bodies stacked in streets taller than a man. You did not believe them. Traders exaggerate, fear sells, but now the rats are dying. And now your neighbor Thomas is ill. 3 days ago, he was fine. You saw him in the fields, complaining about his aching back, like everyone else. Years of labor bend a man early. You laughed together and shared bread. Yesterday, his wife came to you in tears. Thomas has a fever. He cannot keep food down. He has dark lumps under his arms. Black as pitch, the size of eggs. You go to see him. You wish you had not. Thomas lies on straw covered with rough wool, soaked in sweat. His skin is gray, unnatural. The swellings bulge from his neck and groin. Some have burst, leaking thick black pus. The smell in the cottage is overwhelming, like something already dead. Yet he still breathes. His eyes meet yours. He tries to speak. Blood spills from his mouth instead of words. He dies that night. His wife is gone within a week. Their 3 children follow soon after. Their cottage stands empty. No one dares enter. No one understands what is happening. The priest says it is God's punishment. Humanity has sinned too greatly. This is divine cleansing, like the flood in Noah's time. He leads long prayers in the cold church. You kneel for hours, confessing every lie, every impure thought, every stolen crust of bread. Even sins you might not have committed, just in case. It changes nothing. The Lord sends his physician. He arrives dressed in fine clothes worth more than everything you own. He examines the sick from afar, cloth soaked in vinegar pressed to his nose. He does not touch them. He says the illness comes from bad air, miasma rising from the earth. Burn fragrant woods, carry flowers, do not bathe, water opens the pores. Bleed the sick to release corrupted humors. Then he rides away. You never see him again. You burn fires. You carry herbs. You stop washing. The barber bleeds the sick until they are pale and trembling. Nothing works. Your wife's brother dies next. Then his wife. Then their children. The deaths multiply. 5 one week, 12 the next. Then you stop counting. The village once had 60 souls. Now you do not know how many remain. Each morning you wake and wait to hear who died overnight. You check your body for lumps. Under your arms, around your neck, in your groin. You check your wife, your children. So far, nothing. The priest collapses while praying over a dying woman. Lumps bloom beneath his arms within hours. He raves for 2 days and dies. Now there are no last rites. No confessions. No forgiveness. That frightens you more than the sickness itself. You have endured hunger, cold, cruelty, endless labor. But you always had heaven to look forward to. Now even that promise feels uncertain. The dead pile up. At first you dug proper graves in blessed ground. Now there is no time. You drag bodies to a pit at the village edge and roll them in. Fathers beside sons, mothers beside children. You cover them with lime and try not to look at their faces. Then your son falls ill. He is 8. He wakes with a fever. You tell yourself it is only a chill. By afternoon, the lumps appear. Your wife screams until her voice breaks. You hold your son. You pray harder than ever before. You bargain with God. Take me instead. Take anything. God does not answer. Your son dies on the 3rd day, asking for water. The well has been fouled. You walked a mile for clean water. When you return, he is gone. You close his eyes yourself. You dig his grave in the churchyard though no priest blesses it. You carve a small cross from a branch. You whisper Latin prayers you never understood. Your wife does not speak. 2 days later, your daughter falls sick. This time you do not scream. You do not pray. You just hold her and lie when she asks if she will die. She dies faster than her brother. 2 small graves side by side. Your wife follows 4 days later. She never speaks again after finding your son's lumps. When the sickness takes her, she does not resist. You are alone. The village is silent. Doors hang open. Animals roam untended. Fields rot. You go to the manor. No guards remain. Inside, wealth beyond imagination. Silver plates. Gold cups. Food spoiling on the table. You find Lord Ashworth in his chamber. Dead. The same black swellings on his neck. Terror frozen on his face. Even the Lord could not escape. You take food, a fur-lined cloak, a jeweled knife. There is no one left to stop you. There is no one left to serve. You begin walking south. Other villages are the same, pits of bodies, burned houses, stray dogs feeding on the dead. You meet survivors on the road. Hollow-eyed strangers carrying what little they have. No one talks much. A larger town is worse. Bodies stacked in streets. Flagellants whip themselves, believing pain will earn forgiveness. They die like everyone else. You shelter in an abandoned merchant's house. Sleep in a soft bed for the first time in your life. You feel nothing. Months pass. The plague slows, because fewer remain to die. Half the village, half the country, perhaps half the world. But something changes. With so many dead, labor is scarce. Lords must now pay those who remain. Wages rise. You negotiate. You walk away if terms are poor. There are others desperate for workers. You become a landowner, a free man. Before the plague, this was impossible. Now it is common. You eat meat daily. You work your own soil. And you think of your children. They will never see this world you gained from their deaths. Years later, you remarry,